What is up, everybody? It's your boy Roll. So back at locals in this sketchy parking for another Yu-Gi-Oh event. And yeah, man, last week I've been doing pretty good. This dog is annoying. I'm gonna raise my window up. Last week I did pretty good. Finished X1 in the box tournament for Amazing Memories, so congrats to me. And after that, I was able to pick up a Wake Up Your Hero card. If you guys saw the combo video, you know already. So yeah, I haven't played with Wake Up Your Hero, so today's video will be just me testing out, see how good the card can do, and see if I can potentially get another win. I did go undefeated a couple weeks ago, and trying to see now if I can get a first place finish. That'd be great. So, man, yeah, the deck list ain't changed, and I'm just looking to have some fun today. So, with all that being said, let's get into it. Without further ado, let's begin. Cue the intro. Alright guys, coming into round one of the tournament, ended up playing against my opponent using Dark Magician. Pretty good, cool guy at my local shop. He always plays Dark Magicians and sometimes plays different decks like Dragons. I started off first on the die roll, Fusion Destiny, and right here I was going for the standard just DP Plasma play. However, since I did have Ferris, I wanted to do a little bit more. Set one pass. He did open up the evenly matched, which sucked, but I opted to keep the Plasma on board. I did have the Ash Blossom as well, and he's running the Bistro engine, which kind of hurt. However, it was main phase 2. He couldn't attack me, so I used Plasma to absorb his Bistro monster and started to pop off, and that won me game 1. Coming into game 2, I believe I sided in my own evenly match alongside of Feather Duster because I do know Dark Magicians does rely on a back row traps heavily. And he decided to go first, pop off, and he's on the Secret Village me. I did Ash Blossom his monster. He was able to go ahead and pop off with a Secret Village and stuff. However, I was lucky enough to have a full Ferris Stratos hand. Luckily for me, I wasn't I had a hand full of spells. I had like an all monster hand, which gave me the power to pop off the way I did. Stratos popped the field spell. I could have did more, but I opted not to pop more due to the fact that he did have a face down and I didn't want to run into nothing else. And by keeping increasing back row, if he tried to react to Stratos, I could chain increase tribute Stratos. So that way Stratos will back a trigger. But nevertheless, went to OTK via Wake Up Your Hero, getting that burn damage in. So I'm going to catch you guys in the next clip, man. Y'all stay tuned. Alright guys, round one is over here, playing my boy George with his Dark Magician deck. Deck's insane. He almost came back. I got evenly matched game 1, which is crazy, but ended up getting it. I kind of overextended a little bit, and I think game 1 or game 2 with Wake Up Your Hero, I just wanted to bring it out for the flex. I was really overthinking my plays, but my goal was to pop his back row, but yeah. So far, the list is playing good. I like Wake Up Your Hero. The fact the card burns, it reminds me of him. Literally reminds me of this guy. But let me open up my packs, though. I got 1 pack from last week I didn't open, and I got my 2 packs for today's entry. So, gotta put this back on for it won't be so bright. And I like to shrink the video while y'all got over here. Let me see what I open up. Hopefully I get an ulti. I'll put an ulti in a minute. Let's see. Big money, big money, big money. Nope. Come on, buddy. I got.
Yeah, it means you won locals.
Right? Come on, big money, big money. Oh, let's go. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I got a blue.
Oh, wow. All right, so
nice. I won locals today. Yay. I pulled a blue. I'm happy. Nice. All right, let me see what the last pack. Am I going to do the double ulti like Joey did last week? Let's see. No, I'm joking. But, hey, I'm happy. That's worth it. I don't even know how much he's going for, but... All right, man, I'm going to catch you guys in the next clip, man. Y'all stay tuned. All right, guys, coming into round 2 of the tournament. Ended up playing with my boy Sean and his Pendulum deck. And yeah, this is a pretty interesting game to say the least. I ended up winning the dice roll. Actually, no, Sean won the dice roll, is what I'm saying. He activated that 1 pendulum card to search a pendulum card from the deck. Then he's going to activate Pen Call right here. Luckily for me, I was holding the Ash Blossom because I've learned in my experience playing against the pendulum matchup that anytime they use their first search, I always hold the Ash for like the main search, like a Pen Call, or even when they normal summon a monster. I was mainly holding it for the Pendulum Magician monster that summons from the deck, because sometimes, depending on their hand, they bring that card out a lot. But luckily for me, he just Pen Call. I'm like, well, this is the perfect time to Ash because he's minus himself by 2. So by me doing that, it actually gave me great advantage in the game because he was down on resources and he was able to still make a pretty much hefty negate board. However, on my turn, I was able to spend my Counter Zero Chaos, shut off one of his spell negators, having him to reset his pendulum tokens, if you will. And by me bringing out Contra's Hero Chaos instead of Dark Law, he couldn't get over it because the stats was too high and nothing in his extra deck that he had, he told me could beat over it. So he's going to do a lot of plays. He was digging for one card in his deck, he told me, and he just didn't get it. So at this point, he just was waiting and waiting and waiting, trying to see how he going to get over a 29 and a 34. Because what a lot of people don't realize, Contra's Hero Chaos is a 3,000 base, but Sunrise is 34. That's a beefy monster to go over. So I did normal summon my Liquid. I didn't activate none of the effects because I didn't want him give him a chance to do an Omni Negate play. And even though I had Contra Zero Chaos, he had multiple negators on board. So the best thing for me was just to beat over his board and go from there. And he pretty much scooped it up. Coming into game 2, he's going to go first again. Summon his Pendulum Monster, pop off. I did open up triple tax, and in this game, I'm going to do a big combo play. Make him burn through one of his negates so I can triple tax. And he's going to do some more stuff, and I'm going to abuse Plasma to take his boss monster. So right now he's still popping off, and he's making all these plays, making Appaloosa. And Appaloosa really not too much for heroes because Appaloosa doesn't do much against me. So yeah, I'm going to catch you guys in the next clip, man. Y'all stay tuned.
Alright guys, round 2 is I played my boy Sean and his pendulum deck. He got me. Well, actually no, what I'm saying, I got him. It was a good game though. It just game 1 was long, game 2 went to time. I won in time, but I had a dominating field and he had like 2,200 life points. He had to pay a lot of life points, which sucked. Freaking Contra Zero Chaos definitely helped me out game 1. And yeah, he was looking for pendulum stuff, but he just didn't draw it. So it be like that. And yeah, yeah, most of the top tables right now is not running cast heroes, and I think everybody who ran cast heroes is not winning. So let's go to show you guys, like the format is very diverse, and you don't really need cast heroes to win. I think the deck personally is good, but I feel like it's overhyped. Like I feel like once players start trying out different decks, they'll realize like, okay, cast heroes is obviously the best deck, but there's other good decks that's almost as good that can beat it because most players are main decking stuff out the cast hero deck, especially on a local level. So yeah, man, 2 more rounds left. We're gonna try to win this thing. I'll catch you guys in the next clip.
Alright guys, coming into round 3, determined to play with my boy Joey and his Plunder Patrol deck. Now this is a pretty interesting game to say the least because game 1 I started off with a pretty mid hand. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. My only play was Ferris. I had no Fusion Destiny Fall Up or anything, or Hero List for that matter. So I got my Ferris Imperm, and I just had to set the Book of Eclipse on pass. I was debating on chaining Eclipse to just get my increase in the back row. However, I didn't think that was going to be the best play. I'd rather just save if I want to get OTK'd, and I ended up getting OTK'd anyway. And coming into game 2 right here, you guys are going to see I'm just going to brick. I'm just going to do a set 1 pass, which sucks. But it is what it is, man. So he got his revenge on me from last week. That's all I can really say. So I'm going to catch you guys in the next clip, man. Y'all stay tuned.
Alright guys, round 3 is over. I got smacked by my boy Joey using his Plunder Patrol deck. I got destroyed. Game 1 I had just Ferris and that was it. My hand was all no extenders. He Imperm Ferris. I just set my Book of Eclipse pass. Got smacked up. In game 2, again, no extenders. It's all normal. Something like heroes really need a Link 1 to pop off because I had Shadow Mist. Like, it was just a bad hand. Like, I just needed 1 extender to pop off game 1, but I didn't have it. I had a triple tax though, which was good, but it'd be like that though. It's the way the cookie crumbles playing a combo deck. So 1 more round left. See if I can finish X1. If I can get some store credit, I'm gonna catch you guys in the next clip.
Alright guys, coming to the final round tournament, playing against my boy Salty and his cast hero deck. And yeah, man, this is a pretty interesting game to say the least. I had a good hand starting off. I had Ferris, Shadow Mist, and Denier. I should have waited and pitched my Shadow Mist. Sorry, pitched my Denier for the Ferris instead of Shadow Mist and getting greedy because he did have the Ash Blossom for my increase. If I would have did it the other way, I could normal summon Shadow Mist and then Link summoned and popped off even better than what I did. And I paid for it. And also, when I had a Book of Eclipse to prevent the OTK and reset my zones, he had the freaking Cross-Out Designator. So he just had the perfect counter hand, and I got greedy and paid for it. I mean, some may not call it a misplay, but I call it a misplay. Game 2, my hand was okay. I mean, I had Poly with materials, but he had the Imperm for my Dangerous, and he did Imperm Dangerous like a smart player. And he's just going to capitalize on all that and just beat me down. So I'm going to catch you guys in the next clip, man. Y'all stay tuned.
Alright guys, round 4 though, I got smacked by Cast Heroes 2-0. just drew a mid-hand the last 2 rounds, which is kind of annoying. But it is what it is. I ain't tripping because I did good the past 3 weeks, so I was bound to screw up eventually. Game 1, as you guys saw, he impermed me and pretty much slowed down everything I can do. No, I'm sorry, he didn't. Yeah, he impermed the increase, which was like, okay, whatever. He impermed, and I couldn't do anything, so I just passed. And then he popped off and did what he did. I had book up clips. I got smacked, man. So anyway, yeah, I had book up clips, but he had cross-eye designator. Because I could have played the next turn, because I was just holding book of clips. And he crossed our designator. That's how he beat me. And then game 2, he just had a bad hand. It was no Fusion Destiny, no Hero Lives. Had Poly with increase in Mally. So I'm just like, well, my goal was to just make freaking Dangerous, send Denier, make DP, and try to pop off, and make I could have made DP and try to do something, right? But unfortunately, cause I think I probably was gonna go for Plasma if that would have resolved. Because I could have dumped Denier, made Cross Crusader, searched Plasma, ended on Plasma, which would have been better, but it didn't matter because he had Darkhold anyway, so ended my field on freaking DP, he did Darkhold, and he had enough damage to put on board for game, so crap happens. I ain't really tripping on it. Yeah. I know there's gonna be that one hater I had on my last video. Oh, your deck sucks. Oh, blah, blah. I mean, hey, that's Yu-Gi-Oh, right? But yeah, I'm probably gonna stay to see who wins to get the last winning profile, and then I'm gonna get up out of here, man. So I will see you guys in the next clip. Give you guys my closing statements on today. I only really brung out, Wake Up Your Hero once. I didn't really get to do none of the combo lines because people have hand traps today. So yeah, catch you guys in the next clip. Yo, all right, man, let me turn the music down if I get copyright. So, yeah, man, I'm just gonna end the vlog here. I'm at the grocery store about to grab me a drink and probably stream. You guys, by the time you guys get this video, you guys don't know if I streamed or not. And yeah, man, I don't know what it is, man. Like, I had a good run for 3 weeks. It's just today I just kind of like crapped out. And the thing was, a lot of my hands weren't terrible. I had playable hands, just weren't the good hands that I've been drawing, which happens with every deck. So I'm not taking that personal to the extreme. Just sometimes that's just the way the cookie crumbles. So when you guys are going to big events, just don't take your losses that to heart, because I don't care who you are, everybody has a bad week. Everybody loses a lot. And I feel like a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players, which is why I want to talk about this now at the end of the video, when they lose once, they want to immediately change their deck. And I'd be like, why? There's nothing wrong with your deck. Like right now, I don't think there's anything wrong with my deck because the hands I was really terrible with were mainly all monster hands. Hands that any hero deck, no matter what, they play the same cards. And most decks, for the most part, unless you're running a deck that no one's running, is running the same lineup. So every hero player with the hands I had run those same lineups. But like when you draw hands of like Increase, Mally, Ferris, Honest Neos, and like maybe a Polymerization if you're lucky, or a triple tax, you're bound to lose. And like a lot of those hands, like when I had the hands where I only have one player bust, they have a hand trap. There's nothing you can do. That's just the way the cookie crumbles with combo decks, man. So I know a lot of you guys, well, I ain't gonna say a lot, a few of you guys, especially on my last vlog, was like, oh man, your deck list is terrible, or your locals is free. And it's like, how? My locals has YCS champions, YCS toppers. Like the guy that beat me in round 3, he top Nats with Plunder Patrol, his signature deck. Like, it ain't sweet at my locals. And I challenge anybody to come to my shop and think they just gonna run through house, because you're not. Like regional toppers, YCS toppers, etc. Myself, I'm a YCS topper. For you guys that do not know, who may be new to the channel, I've topped the YCS. This years ago, but I still count it. I feel like if you top once, that's good, because like it's hard to top a YCS, like blood, practice, and etc. But yeah, I'm not changing my list. I don't think my list is wrong. I don't like my side deck though. My side deck is kind of iffy. Like I got the profile. You guys probably saw it already by the time this video comes up. Even my buddy Joey, who beat me in round 3, he said his side deck is kind of iffy. Like the side deck game right now is kind of weird in Yu-Gi-Oh because we really don't know what to side, because the format is so diverse. But I think that's a good thing, because even though I lost the last round against Cash Tier, we both were X1. So when you got two, we got the person who's playing the meta deck, who's actually a good player, because the guy that beat me is really good. He just doesn't go to a lot of big events because he rather, you know, he vends. So he rather vend than actual, trade cards and stuff. He rather vend than to actual go to events and like actually play. You feel me? He's go to events, trade his cards, and then he posts his cards online. So a lot of good players just don't really care about playing in big events because, for one, they understand it's very sacky, and for two, there's money to be made in Yu-Gi-Oh cards. You guys already know. So ultimately, at the end of the day, I gotta figure my side deck out. I don't know if I want to run Artifact Lancia. It was good a couple times, but in the grand scheme of things, I think I kind of rather have the Nibiru over Lancia for decks like Cash Terror, because my opponent that I played against in round 4, he thought I had Nib because I was just letting him pop off, and I guess he must have got Nibiru earlier in the tournament, but he just went gun-ho, and if I had Nib, that would have saved me, but I didn't have Nib. I didn't even side Lancia in because I was going first. My hand was make DP pass because he had the hand trap. So nevertheless, man, just don't want anybody getting discouraged when you lose. Losses happen. You got to learn from your losses and get better, all right? So post your thoughts and opinions about this video. Comment section down below. Like the video if you're new here, want to subscribe for more. So far, I'm still, use some of my store credit today to just get some snacks, but I'm trying to think of a goal to do for the channel as far as store credit is concerned, because like, I don't plan on going to any big events this season. You guys already know my opinions on that, but the whole Konami and the C crush card virus thingy going on still, and it's like, that's a whole nother topic for another video. But so it's like, I'm just playing locals just to give you guys good content, develop my hero list, and go from there. But yeah, man, gotta figure out a goal to use with this store credit, I guess. But anyway, man, post your thoughts and opinions about this video. Comment section down below. Like the video if you're new here, want to subscribe for more. It's your boy Rogue Hero, and I'm signing out. Peace. See you guys in the next video.